What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the Philadelphia Eagles 2022 NFL season. So the Eagles season went nothing like I predicted. It went nothing like I think a lot of people predicted. And before we dive into this, I will be getting to a separate Jalen Hurts video. I just the video would take too long to talk Jalen Hurts and the Eagles season, so separate video on that coming shortly within the next week or two. But yeah, let's dive into this video focused on the Eagles season. So it didn't go like anyone expected. I think Eagles fans can vouch for that. I mean, I know I, for one, picked them to not even win their division. I thought they were going to finish second in the division, and probably miss the playoffs. I believe I had them missing the playoffs. Because, yeah, I had San Francisco and Arizona in. And then I believe Minnesota. I think those were my playoff teams, or my wild cards. And then obviously I had Washington winning the division. Oopsie. But anyways, so yeah, the thing with the reason I was so low on the Eagles is I was like, the roster really isn't that bad. You know, they have better than average offensive line, you know, with future Hall of Famers Jason Kelce and Lane Johnson. They have some really good players at key defensive positions, and their defense only got better as the season went on. But yeah, I mean, like, they acquired Robert Quinn before the trade deadline. It was a great defense in my opinion. Even though Kansas City dropped 38 on them, it was a great defense in my opinion. They had some really good weapons: A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, Dallas Goedert. Three running backs that I like: Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell, and Boston Scott. I like their kicker, Jake Elliott. But obviously, two things you need are head coach and quarterback to win in this league. And I didn't think they had that. I thought Nick Sirianni was going to be fired. He bombed his opening press conference. And I wasn't even sure if Jalen Hurts was a quarterback. I was like, can he really throw? He just runs around a lot. I mean, he was benched for a below average quarterback at Alabama. I mean, Lincoln Riley made him work, but Lincoln Riley can make anyone work. He made Baker work. He made Kyler work. He made Spencer Rattler work for a short period of time. So I didn't know. But Jalen Hurts proved, as the season went on, not only was he an MVP candidate, but he is good enough to win a Super Bowl. And I was even skeptical on that going into the Super Bowl. I was like, is he really good enough to win a Super Bowl? And I know the Chiefs' defense isn't that great, but what he was able to do was astounding, in my opinion. I know he had talent. He was facing not that good of a defense, but still, he, at bare minimum, he's easily a top 15 quarterback in the league. I'd probably put him like somewhere around 12th. I know that's going to get a lot of pushback, but I'm going to do another video on my quarterback rankings and explain where I have everyone the way that I have them. I got to be honest, though, I still have my questions on Nick Sirianni. Obviously, he's better than what I thought he was, but I'm just not sure how good he is. I definitely don't think he's in the Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay class. But is he in like the Zach Taylor class, the Kevin Stefanski class, the Frank Reich class? That's going to be something to watch for next season. I feel like once I get through an entire season of Nick Sirianni next season, I'm going to have a great understanding of what he is as a coach. But obviously, this was Philly's best chance to win a Super Bowl, because now, sort of similar to Cincinnati, although I'm not sure that was Cincinnati's best shot at winning a Super Bowl, I think that way with Philly, you have to pay Jalen Hurts, and you're not going to want to do it. There's no picking up his fifth-year option. Okay, you have to give him a long-term extension. You're forced to. You have to do that. The production he was able to put up, I mean, you can't lose a guy like Jalen Hurts, at least not the way he's playing right now. And then the problem with that is the Eagles roster, I think, is going to look very different next year than it did this year. Some of your star defensive veterans and star offensive line veterans could think about retiring, such as Jason Kelce, Lane Johnson, Fletcher Cox. You know, we don't know. They're probably not going to have to give up a lot of those defensive guys, too. I think Hassan Reddick's going to get the bag. Probably not going to be in Philly. You know, you're not going to be able to have Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell, and Boston Scott. You're probably only going to be able to have one of those guys. So hopefully Jalen Hurts is what you think. Because if he's not, and your roster isn't nearly as good, well, you could probably make the playoffs because it's the weak NFC, but otherwise, no. You're not making it. And so, yeah, I think this was the best chance the Eagles had. They blew it. Where do I think they go from here? You have to pay Hurts and keep as many players as you can. That's all you really can do. My expectations for them next year, again, we still have to do free agency in the draft. I would expect them to win their division, though. I think they're more talented than Dallas. Washington doesn't have a quarterback. If the Giants bring back Daniel Jones, they don't have a quarterback. You know how I feel about Daniel Jones. So, yeah, I think that's what the Eagles need to do this offseason. Nobody expected them to get to the Super Bowl, so I can't say that their season was disappointing. Disappointing finish, but not a disappointing season overall. But, yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this video on the Philadelphia Eagles 2022 season. Posting these last couple of videos. Should be uploading them today or tomorrow. But, yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe, and see ya.